Welcome to The Explainer. Look, we're living in a world that's moving ridiculously fast right now. And let's be honest, mastering tools like ChatGPT, it's just not optional anymore. It is absolutely essential. So today, we're jumping straight into a highly curated roadmap. We've distilled this from over 30 different training programs to bring you the absolute best paths for upskilling your career as we head toward 2026. Okay, let's dive right into this because if you've been paying attention to recent habits and trends, there's this huge realization happening. I mean, tons of professionals are suddenly finding themselves using ChatGPT and Claude way more often than traditional search engines like Google. It's a massive fundamental shift in how we actually track down information and solve problems every single day. To really wrap your head around the scale of this, just think back to how streaming completely wiped out CDs, or how Netflix basically killed off satellite and cable TV overnight. The shift to AI, and specifically to this new agentic AI, is exactly like that. It's going to change things forever. Take the software world, for example. Coding as we know it is transforming, and senior developers are going to shift from being hands-on typists to essentially acting as supervisors for AI agents. Let's move to section 1, why random prompts fail, the core catch of AI automation. Here's the thing, while ChatGPT is basically this superpowered digital coworker who literally never sleeps, there is a major catch to actually unlocking its value in your real life. It's not just magic right out of the box. So the crucial point is, using it effectively isn't just about asking it random questions. If you're just treating it like some casual chatbot, throwing a disjointed question at it every now and then, you are barely scratching the surface. Casual usage like that isn't going to save you hours each week, and it for sure won't elevate your career or your business. To actually get those massive productivity gains, you have to get systematic about it. You need to really understand how to write clear, highly structured prompts. Plus, you need to know how to integrate AI directly into your current productivity stack, whether that's your coding IDE, your email client, or your spreadsheet software. Real productivity comes from mastering automated workflows, not just isolated one-off chats. And that brings us exactly to how you actually go about building those specific skills. Which brings us to section 2, the top 5 ChatGPT courses, role-specific training on Udemy. We are going to walk through a really carefully curated list of the top 5 Udemy courses for 2026. And to be clear, these aren't your basic, generic overview classes. They are specifically designed to turn AI into a powerful automation assistant tailored directly to your specific career path. The first one up is the ChatGPT Masterclass. With over 30,000 students, this is the absolute go-to if you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer trying to find real-world, practical business use cases. When you look at the skills covered here, it's all about high-impact workflow automation. You'll learn how to generate documents, plan out content, and leverage plugins and APIs. But honestly, the absolute biggest takeaway here is the prompt engineering templates. Having proven, structured templates ready to fire off is a massive time saver. It instantly elevates your daily output so you aren't stuck reinventing the wheel every single time you open up a chat window. Let's move along and see how this builds for a different crowd. What if you aren't an entrepreneur? Well, course number 2, ChatGPT for Work, 10x Your Productivity, is absolutely perfect for absolute beginners, office workers, and students. It's for anyone who wants simple, super actionable ways to improve their daily output without getting bogged down in all that overly technical jargon. What this course does so beautifully is break down those mundane, everyday office tasks that take up way too much of our time. It covers creating personal organization tools, drafting professional emails, and quick brainstorming. You're basically training your digital coworker to seamlessly handle your email inbox and your Google Docs, completely freeing up your mental bandwidth for actual deep work. Okay, we're going to shift gears now for the more technical folks tuning in. Course number 3 is Master OpenAI API and ChatGPT API with Python. This is the ultimate path if you really want to take AI completely out of the standard chat interface and build it directly into your own custom systems. Now, what's really interesting about this one is the combination of tools. It isn't just about Python. It actually teaches you how to connect ChatGPT with Zapier for some serious no-code automation. You'll learn how to transform data, generate content, and trigger alerts automatically in places like Slack. This is exactly how you create those entirely automated, hands-off backend workflows that literally run while you sleep. Moving right along, Course 4 is the Complete AI Guide, Learn ChatGPT, Generative AI, and more. This option takes a much broader approach. It's tailor-made for creators and entrepreneurs who are trying to build an all-in-one seamless digital ecosystem rather than just relying on one single app.
Instead of strictly focusing on ChatGPT, this course really expands your toolset. It shows you exactly how to blend ChatGPT with platforms you probably already use every day, like Notion AI, Grammarly, and Google Workspace. By combining these cross-platform integrations, you can build the absolute ultimate project tracking and time management workflows.
And finally, we have course number 5, ChatGPT and Artificial Intelligence for Microsoft Excel. This one is laser targeted at data analysts, finance pros, operations managers, or frankly, anyone whose daily work life is governed by spreadsheets. This just brilliantly illustrates the true role-specific power of AI. If you've ever found yourself staring at a spreadsheet, just totally struggling with complex formulas or daunting VBA scripts, this course teaches you how to use AI-generated logic to do all that heavy lifting for you. It literally turns advanced data analysis into an automated, incredibly fast breeze.
So here's a quick summary matrix for you. Take a second to pinpoint exactly which of these 5 paths aligns perfectly with what you do every single day. Because whether you're building API backends or just trying to get through a messy inbox faster, there's a targeted path right here to get you ahead.
Let's wrap things up with Section 3, the ultimate learning hack, maximizing your AI upskilling. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, hey, I actually need 2 or 3 of those courses to build my ideal workflow. Well, there's a massive value play you need to consider before we go, $30. That is the incredibly low monthly number that unlocks the ultimate upskilling hack. Yep, that $30 is the cost of the Udemy personal plan. It gives you instant access to more than 11,000 top-quality courses. So if you've got the time and the drive to learn multiple skills from across these different ChatGPT programs, jumping onto this monthly subscription is the absolute perfect hack to get ahead affordably without having to drop cash on every single course individually. Which brings us to one final, absolutely vital question to leave you with. Will you wait for your company to adopt AI, or will you learn now and lead later? Look, this shift is happening right now. You can either let the automation wave just wash right over you, or you can take action today, learn the tools, and step up to become the supervisor of your new digital coworkers. The choice is completely yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.